Welcome to my fourth over-the-shoulder video. Just to remind you, we're playing the BBO weekly free instant tournament hands. And you can play these before or after, preferably before you watch the video. Just go to BBO's instant tournaments and select the weekly free instant tournament. Won't cost you anything, and you can play these hands and then compare how your logic when you were playing compared with my logic when I'm playing it. Hopefully I'll do a bit better than I have in the last couple of weeks. Just to remind you, the structure of this is that this is a tournament that's been played before on BBO, and your score is compared to the other people who've played it before, not to anybody who's playing it as the weekly instant tournament. You have the best hand at the table, which means that nobody else will have more points than you. They may have the same, but they can't have more. So this introduces a whole new level of logic and deduction that is not normally available in bridge, but you need to bring to bear on this type of performance. So with that introduction, I think we'll go and look at hand one, where you can see that we've got quite a nice little 16 points, 5, 4, 3, 1. So although we're in the range for one no trump, this little singleton will deter us of doing that. So we're just going to open our 5-card major. And the opponents intervene with diamonds here. Well, I don't think we should let them just play in 3 diamonds. I'm going to reopen with a takeout double, which you can see shows that I've got 5 hearts, 3 plus clubs, 3 plus spades, 15 to 21 points. So and that's what I have. So I'm going to double and see what my partner can do. And as I suspected, they bid 3 spades, which we're not, because we only got 3 spades, we're not frantically happy about. But the opponents have gone to 4 diamonds. Let's see, double would still be a takeout double, so I don't want my partner to bid again. So I'm just going to pass and hope we can take 4 or more tricks against 4 diamonds and get the best score that way. Right. Yeah, for diamonds, partners led the Queen of Hearts. Right. So we're only getting 1 heart trick. What do we want to do here? Tell partner, if you don't have an agreement with your partner, when there's a singleton turns out in dummy, probably you should agree with your partner that your signal should be suit preference. I don't particularly want any change of suit here, so I'm just going to play a middle card. And part which suit partner leads will depend on that they have. So they've led the 9 of clubs. Right. Could they have 4 clubs here and there'll be a singleton honor in the West hand? I don't think so, because I think if partner had Queen Jack 9 of clubs, they would have led them. So there could be a singleton, but I think that it must be safest to try and play as encouraging a card as we can, but to drive out the honor from this hand. Right, play the 4, and they're going to draw trumps, which looks not good. So it looks the spade finesse is right for them. So I'm going to play the 6 of hearts, drawing the trumps. It does rather look like they might make 4 diamonds here. It's turned up with Queen of Hearts. Well, I'm going to play low on this spade. They didn't take the spade finesse. It may not work out well. Now we've got the 7 of clubs. Now we may regret not taking the ace of clubs. Partner can't. I don't think partner can have the jack here, so I'm going to play the ace. There's the jack. So there's Queen Jack Doubleton in the robot's hand. Right. Is there any case for not playing the ace of spades and taking the setting trick? I don't think so. those two clubs are going to be good. There's an easy entry to dummy by ruffing hearts, and the spade could easily go away. So I'm going to try the spade and hope that there wasn't a singleton in that hand. There was. That's why they played it that way. But that means that we couldn't have done anything to beat this contract. Here are the club winners. Having to trump their winners. Now, as you see, we couldn't beat 4 diamonds. Partner had very little, just those 6 spades. But that was worth 85%. So at the other tables, some people bid up to 5 diamonds and went down. Their way, other people allowed 5 diamonds to make a lot of tricks, or not a lot of tricks, but one more trick. So that was a good score for us. So on to board 2. I mean, all we did was cash our tricks. Right, so this looks like a big hand. We've got 10, 16, 21 about 21 points, and I think we'll find that if we were to open 2 no trumps, that shows about 20 to 21. So that's what we'll do. 3 clubs is Stayman, and we do have a 4-card major in spades, so we're going to bid 3 spades. 3 no trumps. So partner doesn't have 4 spades. They do. They will on this sequence have 4 hearts, because they wouldn't have bothered to bid 3 clubs and then 3 no trumps without having one of the majors. You'll see that you possibly see on subsequent hands that if you open 1 no trump and they go via Stayman, they may not have a 4-card major. But here we are. We're in 3 no trumps, which looks like it will probably be a fairly standard contract. So it's the overtricks that are going to matter. So yes, partner did have 4 hearts, but not that. So they found a safe lead that gives nothing away. We're going to make our 4 clubs. For sure, we got 2 diamonds, which will make 6. The ace of hearts will make 7, and the ace of spades will make 8. So we got to look for some more tricks from somewhere. And no, spades is not very promising if we have to pay it. Our intermediates are not good. It's very likely the only spade we'll make is the ace. If the king of hearts is in the east hand, we'll make an extra trick in hearts. If the queen of diamonds is in the east hand, we'll make an extra trick in diamonds. We also got a possibility of making a length trick in diamonds if they split 3-3. So there are lots of options here. Our entries to dummy are slightly restricted, but if I give up on the chance of dropping a singleton queen of diamonds, I can keep the king of diamonds entry to dummy. So what I'm going to do is actually eliminate the clubs, hopefully from their hands, so that they're forced to play one of the other suits. So which may give us a trick. So I'm actually going to win this club in my hand. Just try and check that they're not breaking really badly by cashing the queen. So they've both followed. We had 7 clubs, they had 6. We've seen 4 of them so far. So there are only 2 clubs left. So the ace and jack will get rid of them all. So, and it may be that, in fact, they broke 3-3. So they haven't got any more clubs. Now, I could cash the jack of clubs right now and force a discard from them, but I'd have to discard as well. And I certainly don't want to throw the queen of hearts. I don't want to throw a diamond that might be a winner. I'd have to throw a spade, but I don't want to do that yet either. So there's no rush to cash the jack of clubs. The king of diamonds is an entry to dummy. I can always cash it then. So I'm going to, as I say, give up on dropping a singleton queen of diamonds in the west hand. and play the 3 of diamonds. I've got to finesse the jack. If it wins, that's good. I've got my 9th trick. If it doesn't, West is going to win, and they may have to play something else, one of the other suits, to our advantage. Well, they've won. Now their best play, yes, is a diamond back. So I need to decide how I'm going to play this now. I'm still looking for my extra trick. The fact that the clubs broke 3-3 suggests that the hand is pretty evenly balanced. The fact that they haven't led a major suggests that neither of them has a very long holding in a major. So there's a better than normal chance that the diamonds are 3-3. I think I'm going to see if I can get them to lead something to my advantage again. I'm not short of entries to my hand. So I'm going to play the 4 of diamonds for now, keeping the king of diamonds entry to me with the ace. And I'm just going to exit with a low spade and see what happens. And here comes the 9 of diamonds. So we'll find out if the diamonds are breaking. They're not, right? So here we are. We know this hand's got 4 diamonds. Right, so what we're going to do now, this is the last time we're going to be in dummy. So we do have to cash the jack of clubs now if we're going to make it, which will be our 6th trick, and we've still only got 8 tricks. And then we'll be in dummy after cashing the jack of clubs, and we'll need to decide what to do. I'm very much inclined to, I'm going to have to throw a spade, and then do I need to take the heart finesse? I'm going to throw the spade away. I've thrown a heart away. So we know this hand's turned up with 4 diamonds and 3 clubs. And I've thrown a heart away now. How many spades do they have? The question. We know they've got a diamond left in their hand. What we ideally like to do is to put the West hand in and make them lead hearts round to us. I think this is the first heart that's been thrown. I think they can't avoid playing hearts for me. And if West has to play them, I get an extra trick. If East does, I've still got my finesse chance. So I'm not going to take the finesse now. I'm going to play the 7 of spades because they've discarded 1 spade. So now I'm going up with the ace. That's the 2. I'm going to lead the jack of spades. I'm going to lead the 7 of diamonds. I want to throw this hand in. I know this hand's got the winning diamond. If they've only got hearts left, they'll then have to lead hearts round to my ace queen. If they've got a spade, they'll have to play it, and this hand may win and I may be reduced to taking the heart finesse. But I'm going to exit with the 7 of diamonds and see what they play. They've had to play the king of spades. That's the big spade, so they're still going to be on lead after this trick. Jack, and now they're going to lead hearts. And the king was there all the time, so I could have taken the heart finesse and 9 tricks very easily. But I expect to find pretty much everybody made 9 tricks. No, they didn't. Lots of people made more. Other tables, see, there was plenty of 3 no trumps plus 1s. Well, they were helped by their opponents then. Maybe they played the clubs and got a diamond early on and got a diamond discard and came to an extra trick that way. That was an alternative way of playing it to try and induce a mistake from the opponents by cashing all the clubs. I played for a technical line, which would have done, I would have made the contract if the king of hearts had been in the West hand, whereas the others might not. So you can see board 3, I've got a balanced 17 points. That's in the range for the robot's no trump. The robot plays strong no trump, 5-card majors, better minor, and plays 2 over 1 game forcing. So if I open 1 of a suit and the robot bids 2 of a suit, they're going to have 13 points and it's forcing to game. This means that if I open 1 of a suit and the robot bids 1 no trump, that's actually 6 to 12 points, a very wide range, and is forcing for 1 round. So, right. So here we are, 2 clubs. This is Stayman, as you can see. So I'm going to bid my 4-card major, which is 2 hearts, 3 hearts. So this is an invitational. They've got 4 plus hearts, 9 total points. So basically, I've got 4 hearts and I've got a maximum no trump. So I'm going to bid game, and there's no reason to bid it in no trumps rather than hearts. I've got a not very good doubleton, so I'm going to bid 4 hearts here. And they're leading trumps. They seem to be finding a good defense these days. So I've got, if I look here, I've got 2 spade losers in my hand, because there's losers there. I've got 1 club loser. The ace will take care of 1 of them. And I've got a diamond loser, but I should be able to rough that in dummy unless the trumps are 4-0. But even if they're 4-0, I should be able to rough in dummy. So the interesting thing is, can I get rid of any of my black suit losers? Probably by inducing the opponents to play them. So there's no reason to play anything other than a low heart there and see if the ace pops up on the right. It doesn't. I'm going to win the queen because that's mildly deceptive. Nobody's, the opponents can be quite sure whether I've got ace queen or if this hand might have the jack and I've got ace king queen, or just king queen. So this, the middle, when you've got those 3 equal cards, the middle card is slightly deceptive. It probably isn't going to make a difference on this hand or on many hands, but it's just a better thing to do. I don't know that I want to go for my diamond rough straight away. I might get over roughed on the 3rd round of diamonds. They might be 4-0. Think I want to play draw trumps. I could try something in clubs. If the king of clubs is in the east hand and I play a club from table, then queen of clubs will win and I can get a discard on the ace of clubs, and I might be able to throw a spade away. And equally, if I lose to the ace of hearts now and they play spades, depending on which hand wins it, I might be able to get rid of 1 of my spade losers if the 10 is spades is suitably placed. So all in all, I think I want to find out about the trumps, and I'm going to try the jack of hearts and leave them in doubt about it. There's the ace. So they've broken, trumps have broken the 2. Here comes a diamond. I'm not too worried about this. I don't think it's going to get trumped. It'll just be easier to win it in dummy. Right, I'm going to draw the last trump. I'm going to draw it with the 10 so that I can play a club from dummy, hoping that East has the king. I could play the queen from my hand and then play for West to have the jack, but this looks all in all better. So I'll keep the lead in dummy. And spade discard, high spade discard from the robot there. I think that's encouraging spades. That's rather looks as though king of clubs is wrong. But here comes the 2. What am I going to do here? I could finesse the 10 because they haven't, and I'd have 2 club, I'd lose a club, but I could get rid of 1 of my spade losers. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to play for maybe the jack to come down. I'm going to get rid of my, not have create a spade loser. I can get rid of one. I can't ruff a spade and a diamond and dummy. So having won the ace of clubs, I got to decide whether to try and bring down the jack, drop the jack, whether to play diamonds or to play spades. Lots of different chances here. The 8 has come up from here. I'm not sure. I think I'm going to play the 6 of clubs because if this hand has king, queen of spades, I might be able to end play them as well. So that appears sad. Jack doesn't drop. I'm going to play the king of diamonds. King of diamonds out of this hand. 6. There's the jack. I think that's the last diamond from that hand. I'm going to play it not to have, I'm going to have this hand to have the jack of clubs, and I'm going to play this hand to have king, queen of spades, to have only have spades left in their hand. I'm going to lead the 7 of spades. Doesn't look like it. So looks like I'll be one off here. I think they'd have gone up with a king or queen if they had it, so I'm going to play low. See if there's a there's singleton king there. That's a shame. I'm going to drop that and then led towards the jack. And the jack of clubs was there, so I could have finessed the 10. So I'm not going to get a very good score on this board. I'm going to rough that. Lead the 6 of spades just in case this had king, queen. No, it wasn't a singleton king. Right. Okay. Ace, 10. It's the queen foot. One off. Only 28. We look at the other tables. Lots of people made 4 hearts. Once again, it's difficult to see how you make 4 hearts. You probably have to go for some roughs early in dummy play for the hand with 4. You can play for the hand with 4 diamonds to have 3, one with 3 hearts, draw 2 rounds of trumps, gets 2 roughs in dummy. That was a line that succeeds. So, right, so partners opened 1 club, but we know the robot doesn't have a better hand than us. We've got 17 points. So the robot could have 17, 16. So we don't want to be rushing away here. Diamonds are good. We've got 4 spades. Normally I would ignore my diamonds and just respond in spades. But here, where there's a possibility of a slam, I'm going to show my diamond suit. And we'll see. Right, 2 hearts from there. I think double doesn't show that, so I'm now going to bid 2. What would 2 spades mean from my hand? So what would 3 spades from my hand mean? Yeah, so this one to 4 plus diamonds, 4 plus spades, 12 plus high card points. Right, that's more like it. So I got to bid 3 spades here. I'll give my partner, the robot's bid 3 no trumps. Obviously has a heart stop. Doesn't have 4 spades. Right, and we don't seem to have enough for a slam. We just have to rely on making the over tricks. Right, so this is the other feature of this play, in that I now get to play the hand, even though it was the robot who was in no trumps. So here we are. The king of hearts is going to be a trick. We're pretty sure but the ace is here from this queen lead. Got a pretty poor suit. So I think I'm going to try and eliminate the hearts from this hand. So I'm going to, this hand can't have more than 2 hearts because this hand must have 5. But if you can see that when I play clubs, I'm going to finesse the clubs into this hand. And if they don't have any more hearts, then they won't be able to lead them. And I've got spades and diamonds well held. So you can see I've got 3 tricks in spades and 4 tricks in diamonds is 7, 8, 9. That would be 10. And really, what I'm trying to do is get to 11 tricks here. And maybe I've got to play for this hand to have 6 hearts and not duck a heart, because if we look at the auction here, they did jump to 2 hearts, which shows an aggressive weak jump over called 6+ hearts. So actually this queen of hearts is a singleton. So if West plays low, we'll take the king and we can finesse safely into the East hand. So we'll wear that bidding, we'll play the heart, we'll probably get the ace from here. Yeah. So now we're looking, we've lost that trick. Right, so now it looks as though the clubs are not lying right for us. But we know this hand has 6 hearts and this hand only had 1 heart. I think we're looking for a squeeze here. This hand's led the 8, probably it's a singleton or a doubleton, and this hand has queen 10, and so we don't have it there. But somebody's got may have the 4th round of spades, may have 4 spades, probably this hand. But if nobody has 4, if neither of them has 4 spades, I've got 4 spade tricks to go with, 4 diamond tricks, 2 club tricks, and the king of hearts. So I think 11 tricks here. I'm really trying to find a way to make 12. I'm going to put the 9 on here. I expect the 10 to appear. And I'll take the ace. Right. If I cash my 4 diamonds, I have to find some discards from dummy. So I may not want to do that yet. I may want to find out about spades. And I probably want to force a discard on hearts. So if you notice, the West is the only hand that can protect hearts, because the king, as we'll find out when we play the king, East doesn't have any more hearts. It looks as though East is the only hand that can protect clubs. Unfortunately, they're playing after that. But I think this hand's only got 1 or 2 clubs. So I'm going to just try and get a clue in respect of that. I'm going to play another club straight back just to see. I think he's got to only had 8-2 of clubs. I don't think he led the 8 from queen 8-2 of clubs. So I'm going up with the king here. 4. So we started with 8 clubs between us. They started therefore with 13 minus 8, 5. So they've only got 1 more club. And I think this hand's got it. So I'm now looking to create menaces. Now, I think I need to keep the spades flexible. What I'm going to be able to do is throw cards away. Right. Is there a way of making, because now I can obviously just play a club, they'll win their club, and then I've got another club trick and I'll have 11 tricks. I've already made 2. I've got 4 diamonds is 6, 3 spades is 9, the king of hearts is 10, and I can make another club, which would be 11. So I've got stops in every suit, so I can afford to give up the club. The question is, could I make 12? If spades were 3-3, I'd be in a good position to make 12. But I can't really find that out at the moment. I can't play 3 rounds of spades because that would probably set up a spade winner in this East's hand to go with what we think is a club winner. But we can, because the King of Hearts is an entry to dummy and so is the Jack of Diamonds, we can play a couple of rounds of spades just to see if anything interesting happens. Just trying to find out a bit more about the hand. 10's popped up from there, that's interesting. But the robot quite often folds cards. Am I going to settle for 11 or am I going to boldly try for 12? I could probably play the diamonds safely now just to see if any more information comes up. I've still got an entry to dummy in hearts, or to north hand in hearts, and to the south hand in spades. So, and what am I going to throw from dummy? Here I can throw 1 heart safely. This is all just trying to work out to try and make 12 tricks, and I increasingly think I can't because there's, I'll say, if the spades broke, that gives me an 11th trick, and I don't think I've got a squeeze for 12th. I'm just going to settle for making 11 tricks. There's no way to come to a 12th. So I'm going to exit with my club. Queen that we thought was there. Jack of spades is led, and the spades are broken, so there are always 11 tricks there. I can now just claim the remaining tricks. I've got 4 diamonds, the King of Hearts, the Jack of Clubs, the 7 of spades. So 660, and surprisingly, that's worth 75%. Did anybody manage to make 12 tricks? No. So, but there was a lot to work out there. Sorry to take so long. So the East robots opened 1 club. You know, I've got the best hand here with 13 points. So the robot could have 13, no more. I've got 5-5 in the 2 lowest unbid suits, because East has bid clubs. So diamonds and hearts are the 2 lowest unbid suits. And so that is a standard. The 2 no trump overcall, the unusual 2 no trumps, shows 5-5 in the 2 lowest unbid suits. And you'll see that shows 3 or fewer clubs, 5 plus diamonds, 5 plus hearts, and 3 or fewer spades. So 12 plus total points. So that's what I have. So I'm bidding 2 no trumps, 3 clubs from there, 4 hearts from the robot, partner pass from me. Right. So we know that East opened the bidding. Now we've got the 3 of diamonds led. All right. So partner's got 9 points, opposite our 13, so that's 22. This hand will have 12, or likely to have 12, which make 34, and this hand would have 6. So it seems very likely that this hand has the ace of clubs sat over the king. It's much more likely than here, but this 3 of diamonds lead. He knows I've shown a diamond suit. This is very, very likely to be a singleton. The robot's like leading short suits. So I think I've got to try and draw some trumps. So my difficulty is the king of diamonds is here. This hand's only got 3 more points somewhere. It's like one of the queen of clubs and jack of spades would seem most likely. So it doesn't look as though I could take a spade finesse to get rid of a club loser. And it looks like this hand's going to get in with the king of diamonds and lead a club through the king. So it looks like they're going to make 2 club tricks. And there doesn't, I've got to lose a heart trick, even if the king of hearts is in this hand, doubleton. I can take the 2 hearts, but I've got to give up a 3rd trick. So it does look unlikely that I'm going to make 4 spades, 4 hearts here. If I win this with the ace of diamonds, take a spade finesse, and it loses, as seems likely. This hand can't play a diamond, so we think it's a singleton. If they play a spade, that takes a finesse for me, and I can get rid of some clubs. If they play the ace of clubs, that means I only have 1 club loser. So I think that's what I've got to do. Though I expect the spade finesse to lose, and I'll probably then lose the ace of clubs and a trump, and the king of diamonds will be 1 off. But I can't see if I play the 5 of spades, the ace. I have to use that entry to take the heart finesse, assuming that works, and they break 3-2. I'm now in my hand. I could give up a heart, and if this hand wins, they still wouldn't have an entry to this hand, although I have to put them in sometimes diamonds. Right, but if this hand won the 3rd round of hearts, as seems most likely, they would play clubs through me. So this decision as to whether I'm going to win the ace of diamonds anyway. So I'm fairly sure that's a singleton. So I'm taking the ace, and I'm going to lead a spade. And now I'm crunch point now. I'm going to play the ace and hopefully force this hand to win the 3rd round of trumps and try it, and then they either have to get rid of that or they'll have to play a black suit, which will hopefully enable me to get rid of 1 loser. Oh dear. So, well, I'm certainly going to exit with the heart here. This hand having 4 hearts turns out not to be a... Well, I've still got a winning heart, which is cash. Which one am I going to get rid of? I think I'll get rid of the 2 of clubs. But they are going to, I think, have to play a black suit now. They cash their ace of clubs, so... Right. Play a club. To the king. Right, so I'm still going to lose 2 more tricks, but because this hand's going to be able to play clubs and force me. Well, I might lose 3 more. Question is, should I? I don't think I can try and pin the jack. I've got to play the 10 of diamonds. See that hand's thrown away. Ducked as well. Right. Okay, well, I'm going to play the 8 of diamonds. The jack. Oh, they're giving me a chance now to get out for just 2 off, 1 off rather. 7 of spades. This hand's going to have to play club. I'm going to ruff. 2 off. No, 1-3, yes. There we go. And that's worth 57%. That was a lot of work just to, for one off. All right. And again, opened one club, which could be a 3-card suit. We've got this time 16 points and a club stop. So I believe that when you've got 15 to 17 points and a stop in their suit, you just need to get the hand off your chest in one bid. So I, in this situation, always overcall one because partner has this. So this is Stayman. You should play over a 1-no trump overcall. You should play all the same conventions as you play over a 1-no trump opening bid. Obviously, if you play a weak no trump opening bid, then a 1-no trump overcall is 3 points stronger. And so you need 3 points less to do all the things that you would normally do opposite that. So now I can show that I've got 4+ hearts. And the robot's got 4 hearts as well. So this looks like a good contract, especially if the ace of clubs is on my right. So this may be a chance to well, the ace of clubs isn't on my right. Lots of winners in dummy, lots of hearts. This actually looks rather too good. So I think I might go into 12 tricks. So I'm just not going to block the clubs. I'm going to get 2 discards here, and need to remember this hand opened the bidding. I had my 16 points. My robot partner's got 12. That's 28. So pretty much this robot has got all the points. In particular, most importantly, it looks to have Queen Jack of spades. So I think I can take 2 spade finesses and the 10 will be good. And as you see, I can throw 2 diamonds away on the clubs. So I should, I think, be able to come to 12 tricks. A bad heartbreak might be a problem. I should now try and draw trumps. I need entries to dummy to take the 2 club finesses, but that shouldn't be a problem. So I'm going to play the high hearts from my hand to start with. Oh, we do get a 4-0 trump break. Right, so now it starts becoming interesting, but I'm going to draw 4 rounds of trumps, ending in dummy, cash my 3 clubs, throwing the 2 diamonds away, and then, am I going to cash my 3 clubs? No, I'm not, because I need to take 2 spade finesses, and therefore I need to take 1 when I'm in with a heart. So I need to take, I'm going to cash the 2 of hearts, 9. This hand isn't, spade comes from there. I'm going to take the spade finesse now because I'm that confident of it. Oh dear. I get a diamond switch now, and I'm going to be held to 10 tricks. No, I'm going to be held to 9 tricks. This will turn out very badly. This is not something that I would have tried at imps, but I think at pairs I had to do that to try and make 12 tricks. I'm going to claim now. Right. So this hand only had 10 points for its opening, and that's where I lost out. So you'll see that turned out very badly. Let's just see how 4 hearts plus 1, which was always there, would have done. That would have given me 71%. Well, is that because a lot of people went off? Let me just move that away. No. Yeah, some people didn't bid game. Some people only made exactly 4 hearts. So I won't be doing very well this week then, will I? Right. I think though that didn't work, that was a risk worth taking at match points to try and get a top. Obviously, if you were playing in imps where over tricks don't really matter, you'd just have taken your 11 tricks. I could have been one off. I could have been making a contract by drawing 4 rounds of trumps, then taking the spade finesse before play, and then that. But the easy way to make 11 tricks was draw 4 rounds of trumps, play 4 clubs, throwing 2 diamonds away, and then play a spade, and you lose a spade and a diamond for 11 tricks. So, but I tried for 12. So here we are, we got a flat 14 count, which in ACOL we would open 1 no trump. I actually think that playing with the robots, a lot of flat 14 points, you should open them 1 no trump, because the robot's much better at its bidding over 1 no trump than it is over 1 of a suit. So we'll go 1 no trump, 2 clubs, Stayman. So we'll show our 4-card major. And now when the robot bids 2 no trumps, so we just have a look at this, invite to 3 no trumps, no 4-card major. So the robot obviously the robot had 4 hearts, it would have raised hearts. If it had had 4 spades, it would have bid 2 spades here, showing an invitational hand with 4 spades. What it's now done is show, because 1 no trump, 2 no trumps by the robot would actually be, it plays it as minor suit Stayman rather than an invitational raise. The only way it can make an invitational raise is by going via Stayman. So it doesn't have a 4-card major, it's got 9 points, it's inviting to 3 no trumps, but I'm an absolute minimum, in fact I'm below the minimum it's expecting, so I'm going to pass and hope to make 2 no trumps. A diamond lead, it's all right. So here we are, we've got this club situation. We've got hearts reasonably well held, the spades are quite good, and we should win the 4th round of diamonds with any luck. So we'll play the 2. The king comes in. And they switch to the 9 of hearts. Well, if I finesse the queen and it loses, it does make sure of 3 heart tricks. But they'll probably switch back to their diamonds then. And so if I take the ace, I can play ace and queen of clubs. But my only entry to dummy is the 2nd round of spades. I don't think I'm any worse off if I play the queen of hearts. King is expected. They're probably going to switch back to diamonds now. Here comes the 6 of diamonds. Right, I think I'm still got a plan that I might try and make all the clubs. So I'll throw a spade away. There's a diamond gone. They take the 4 tricks so far. And the 7 of hearts comes, right. So my 10 of diamonds is a winner and it's the stop. I'm going up with the ace of hearts. Now I'm going to throw the 2 of clubs away. So it does look like I've got to lose the ace of spades. And therefore I can't afford to just give up a club trick in order to set up all the clubs. So it looks like I need the club finesse to be right, and I need an entry to dummy. So I'm going to lead the 3 of spades. Now to the king, the ace comes up, a red suit's coming back, a spade's coming back. So now I'm going to have to take a big risk by going up with the queen of spades. You might have think, well, I should have led the jack of spades from my hand, but to start with, but then the robots wouldn't have played the ace. I wouldn't have had an entry for dummy. So I have to overtake that, and now I'm going to lead the jack of clubs. And the finesse is wrong, and a spade comes. It's the 9 of diamonds. Right. Right, I can claim for 1 off, or down 2, in fact, yes. And that's not very good. Playing in clubs turned out better. Some people did make 3-no trumps. They obviously got a club lead away from the king or something. And if I'd gone up, here's the hand down here. If I'd gone up with the ace of hearts and played ace queen of clubs, they would have won the king, and they would have made, as far as I can see, the same. Now the clubs are set up, so they make 1 spade trick, 3 diamond tricks 4, club trick 5, and a heart trick 6. So it was the heart switch that was the crucial bit. So they would always beat me, but I would only get out for 1 off if I'd taken the alternative line of going up with the ace of hearts and setting up clubs, giving up on the club finesse. Right, so they bid 1 club, 1 diamond. My partner couldn't overcall over 1 club, so has very little. I've got quite a nice hand here, 17 points. If I was to bid 1 no trump here, it would say that I've got a stop in clubs and a stop in diamonds, which is not very good. Normally, I would say that you were too strong to overcall if you had 16 points. I would double, although in America, you can be, people overcall on 19 points. But on this hand, I'm going to, because I think these 2 queens are not worth very much, I'm really going to treat my hand as being worth less than the 17 points it has. And I'm just going to overcall 1 spade here. So I'll get the right lead from my partner. So the robot, this one's doubled here. It's a support double showing 3 diamonds and 3 clubs. 3 diamonds, yeah. We know they got 3 plus clubs because they open clubs. Right, and this hand just says, I've just got diamonds. Not a surprise. If we've got 17 points, they've only got 23 between them, so they're not looking for game. Let me see what double would be here. It would be a takeout double. But it would promise 4 hearts, and I've only got 3. But I don't want to sell out to 2 diamonds. I want to drive them up again. Looks, so I've either got to double, and the robot will think I've got 4 hearts, or I've got to bid 2 spades. I'm going to double and give the robot the opportunity to bid 2 hearts. They bid 2 spades, so that's good news. If they bid 3 diamonds over this, I'm going to let them play and hope to beat it. Right, so I've got 2 spades, my last chance to get myself above average this time. And they lead the king of diamonds. So, well, a wonderful hand, partner. Thank you very much. You did have 4 hearts, so why didn't you bid 2 hearts rather than 2 spades? Right. So we're not vulnerable. It looks as though they would have made quite a lot of tricks. They're going to make 110 or 130. So if I can get out for 100, 2 off, that should be a reasonable score. And if we look at the bidding, West is the stronger of their 2 hands. They're the one who opened the bidding. So they're more likely to have the ace of hearts, sadly. Anyway, we'll play the 4 of diamonds. I don't think it's worth false carding with the queen. They're going to play some more diamonds, actually. The ace of hearts, that's wonderful. Well, that looks like somebody has a doubleton. Notice that I win with the king, not the queen, because now from West's point of view, East could have the queen of hearts. So I'm never going to have an entry to dummy to take the spade finesse. I can't see any reason not to play the ace and king of spades. The queen drops. The queen does drop. So now I do have an entry to dummy. But I think this hand had a doubleton heart and a tripleton spade. Don't know what use I can make of dummy, because I'd really like to cash the queen of hearts and see if it sets up the 10, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think that's it. So I come to dummy with the 10 of spades. What use can I make of that? So just to look at it, I've got 3 tricks so far. I'm going to make 3 spades and the queen of hearts, so I'm only going to be 1 off. I want to try and avoid that if possible. So I'm going to see if I can persuade them to play clubs. I'm going to draw the trump. All right. Now, if I play a diamond to the queen, it's likely to be won by West. We might then play clubs, but might just play a diamond. That seems very likely. So it seems like I'm going to need to play clubs. So I'm going to try. The only chance really seems to be Jack 9 in the East hand. I'm going to leave the 2 and see what happens. Got to play the 8. All right, draw the king. So now there is a chance. The ace of diamonds, and probably not, because I don't have entry to dummy. So I'm going to play the queen of hearts just to see. Oh, this hand did have 3 hearts. 4 hearts, in fact. It was this hand that had the doubleton. So this hand has a 1 heart left. Sadly, they probably have 2 clubs, because we think the Jack and 9 of clubs are both in this hand. Well, maybe there's Jack and 9, so we're going to play the 4 of clubs, just on the chance that something will pop up, but it doesn't. Oh, diamonds, rough. One off, which should not be a bad score. 71% drags us up above 50%. So, not a great result. Too many attempts to get tops, which I think you need to do in pairs competitions, especially in robot tournaments. If you look at the robot day-long tournaments, they're often won with 80%. So you don't win them by playing down the middle of the line. But hopefully there are some useful lessons here as to counting the hand and trying to make the correct deductions to score some points. Thank you, and I'll see you again next week. Thanks. Bye.